So the first thing I'm going to ask you is, what made you decide to get into acting?
Well, some people are probably tired of hearing this story, but my start was as a writer. I had a dream, and I started writing bits of that dream because there was a story in it. And after working on that for a while, it ended up being 200,000 words of a story about a woman who quit her job to become an actress. And over the course of me revising this story, it manifested into being my own life. And now I'm an actor. It's like, it wasn't that I was writing about myself, or at least I didn't know it at the time, but now I've been able to take my real experiences and flesh out that book to make it more accurate and give the details more life.
Awesome. That is awesome. Okay. Next question. Are you SAG or AFTRA?
No, not yet. I have SAG vouchers, but once you sign, you can't take non-union jobs anymore. So I'm not quite at the point where I can afford to cut off those potential films. It's very tricky.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's okay. SAG or non-union it's still good.
At this point, I can work either, and the longer I can do that, the more opportunities I have at this point.
Awesome. What are your goals in acting?
I would like, well, man, there's so many. First of all, I want to tell good stories, and that's a goal both on the writing side and the acting side. But as an actress, I'd like to portray characters that make you feel and make you think, that give you something that resonates with you, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I want to help communicate a story in a way that you can understand the character's choices and maybe think about what you would do if you were put in the character's situation.
Yes. So is it like similar to like a Tyler Perry? Is it going to be a little comedy in it, or no comedy, a little bit of everything?
I do think that I lean toward dramatic roles more frequently than not, but I'm not opposed to comedy. It's just I'm drawn to drama, I suppose.
It's all good. I watch elementary movies sometimes.
So let me ask you this. Who are your top 5 actors and actresses? Could you give a top 5 of the actors and actresses?
I probably could. 10 people, like 5 actresses and 5 actors? Or are you asking just top 5?
You don't have to do a whole
actors?
top 5 of each. You can, as many as you can think of, because, we want to make sure you get both.
All right, well, I don't want to bore your listeners,
actresses.
so right off the top of my head is Michelle Pfeiffer. She has always been my favorite. She is a phenomenal actress. She conducts herself with grace and dignity in everything that she does, and she is one of the models that I'm trying to follow. Rosario Dawson, also amazing. Gina Torres, Tom Hiddleston, and Christian Bale. That's 5.
Yeah,
okay.
I know 4 of them. I don't know who Tom Hiddleston? All the other 4, I know them. Yeah. So, and they're all great. I agree. Totally.
You know Loki, though, right?
Yeah, that Marvel series.
Yeah.
Yes,
he plays Loki.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I haven't watched it yet, but me and my son's supposed to watch it together.
You've never seen Thor?
I forgot all about watching it. You said who, Thor?
Yeah, I mean, he's in the Thor movies, and he's in some of the Avengers movies.
Awesome. I know what you're talking about now.
Man, you know what's crazy, though? Like, it's so much to that. I'd be lost because I can't keep up with it. It's so much. They got the series that come on TV. And they got this movie that ties into that movie that ties into that movie. Then they got
and I've seen it all. I've seen every one of them.
I'm like, man. So you're a real fan. Okay. I love it.
And now I get to say, it's research.
Right.
It's like the like the Star Trekkies, the Trekkies. like all
Trekkies.
the different Star Treks. Yes. So, yeah, you got the Trekkies.
I got it.
That's into or the
I
Marvel
love comic book
character.
movies, so I will see almost any of them at least once.
I did not. That was something I didn't expect. Like, I didn't even know that you was into like, comics and stuff. I knew about the drama and stuff based on researching you and stuff, but I didn't know you was into like the Marvel and all. That's pretty cool. I love the movies. There's so many of them that I missed though. Like I missed all the Captain America movies, the Thor movies. I've seen all the Avenger movies. I've seen
but those don't make as much
sense
movies, if you don't see the other movies too.
I know. It's so much to. Oh my goodness, it's so much to. I don't even know how I find the time to catch up on all that stuff. Like I miss so much. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. What about the Marvel anime? Have anyone ever seen the Marvel anime, the Japanese Marvel cut anime? That was crazy. It was very good.
No.
They took the. You have to watch Marvel anime. Go to YouTube or somewhere and find it, because you when you see that.
No, but I know anime is awesome though. I do know anime be having some awesome
right
stuff.
now. Think of anime, and then you see the Marvel characters in anime, and that's how I'm telling you they are all good. So yeah, you say no, but go check it out. You'll be saying yes in a minute. So that is hot. Those some hot stuff. Right. I love Marvel too. So yeah.
Okay.
On a recent episode of the podcast, I had Tony Farina on, and he has a podcast about indie comics, but he's also a huge Jane Austen fan like I am, and he told me about a series of Marvel covers of the Jane Austen novels. So I think we're like the only two people in the world who love both comics and Jane Austen to such a degree. So they made these just for us,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So let me ask you this, Tonya. If you could pick one actor and one actress to co-star in a film with, who would you pick?
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Mostly because I forget the name of one of the people. So the book that I wrote that pushed me into becoming an actress, I am working on getting that book published right now. But my ultimate goal with that project is to have it become a television series. And because she was so instrumental to my life, I want to play the role, So as co-stars, I would want Tom Hiddleston to play the lead male because Loki is a big inspiration for the male character that I wrote. And then I would want Idris Elba to play the other male in the story because he very much looks the part, and I think that he is also an amazing actor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Idris Elba is definitely a great actor.
Oh, but you said I have to pick an actress too, right?
Oh, yeah, and an actress. You would definitely want to, represent for the ladies.
Okay, well then we'll go with my girl Rosario.
Great actress.
She can play my sister.
Nice.
Awesome.
I can only imagine the type of pressure it would feel like to be surrounded by that type of greatness and having to perform. You think you would? Obviously, you have the confidence that you'll be able to pull it off, but you think you would be nervous? Like if that literally you got that opportunity for those names, and you were sharing the set with those actors and actresses, you think you would kind of have butterflies at the beginning?
Because it'd be my baby, that project would be my baby. So I'm sure that I would feel like I had a lot riding on it. But when you're in the presence of greatness like that, they elevate you. They don't make you lesser than. A really fine actor is going to help you to bring out your best performance, and you in turn will do that for them. If they're intimidating you on set, then they're not committed to the project.
That's a fact.
Great.
You are 100% correct. Yeah, that's what a good
I have had the
actor
opportunity
does.
to work with a few people who have pretty sizable names, and you could tell which ones take the craft seriously and which ones just want the paycheck. And I will tell you that the person that I thought would be the most intimidating was very gracious and very professional, and I learned some things from working by his side.
Awesome. That's what the way it's supposed to be. When you on the set, it's a learning experience. We should all help each other. We have to break down like the scene, what's happening in the scene, and the way you're supposed to be, like your energy, like, or the way you're supposed to come, like emotionally, mentally, everything. You gotta bring it. They tell you how you should be. Of course, you gotta know your lines. But so far as the energy, they help you with that. So.
Right. Because it's a collaboration. The whole project is a collaboration. It's not just about you.
Right.
There you go.
And having said that, I bet if I were on set with Michelle Pfeiffer, I would have a bit of a fangirl moment. I'd have to get over it, but I'm sure I would have that moment where it's like, I can't believe this is happening.
Right.
And then I would just suck it in and be a professional.
Right.
But the people that I mentioned, I feel like those are game night people. I think that Tom Hiddleston and Rosario Dawson would be so fun for game night. I would love to have them over.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of that, how was it working? How was it working with Dean Cain, Randy Couture, and Robert Davi?
It's Robert Davi. And, Randy is like the biggest sweetheart. He looks so big and scary because he's an MMA fighter, and he is just an adorable sweetheart, not scary at all in person. I actually had an opportunity to scare Dean Cain. I didn't mean to.
How did that happen?
Well, the character I played in that was an Egyptian cat goddess, and I have to say that it took the least amount of preparation for any role I've ever played. It was just me showing up as myself. My catchphrase is meow. And I've been told that I'm very quiet when I walk around. It's not intentional, but I'm just not a stomper. And he was standing in front of a door, and I kind of slipped around the back to try to get to a different area. He didn't hear me arrive, and I didn't want to interrupt this conversation, so I just said, meow. And he jumped so high, so it was like Catwoman scared Superman.
Oh, I know that was funny.
He was a real, he was a real champ about it. Like he knew that he was blocking the door.
Rolling?
Like what else was I supposed to do?
The cameras was rolling?
Oh no, no, nobody saw it.
Oh, that would have been funny to have that moment.
Only the person he was talking to saw it.
So, I mean, you do a lot, man.
Oh, and Robert Davi is the one I was talking about. I should mention that he's the one who was just this real professional on set and would go over the script, and he just made sure things were running the way they were supposed to be running. He brought a level of professionalism that I feel elevated the entire production. And so I thought that he would be intimidating to work with, and he was wonderful. He was wonderful and gracious.
Yeah, that's good.
And that must be a thing too, because I hear whenever I hear actors and actresses sharing their stories of working with other greats, they always kind of say the same thing that what you're saying. Like when they worked with other great actors or actresses, they kind of they brought the best out of them. They kind of helped make it easy, make it feel, not pressure, and they gave them tips and stuff. So probably if a young player, a rookie, is on a team with some veterans, superstars or whatever, they're going to, school them, talk to them, make sure you're confident, so you can make those big shots, So sounds like acting is very similar. We on the same team, we trying to win together. So I'm not bigger than you. We all represent the same cause,
Right. This is all our baby. We're not in competition here. We're on the same team.
Right. Exactly.